All right, I'm going to introduce our next fabulous speaker who's about to widgetize you. Are you ready to get widgetized? Do you even know what a widget is? Really? Really? I don't believe you. Well, maybe you. Okay, well, please welcome to the stage Brad Andersohn. He's at Brad Andersohn online. He's with Zillow. He's going to rock widgets your way. Put your hands together for Brad.
So we're going to talk about widgets, you guys, the unsung heroes today. But before I talk about those unsung heroes, the widgets, I want to give the unsung heroes here at Inman. Take a look back in the corner over there. These are the guys that were here last night setting this all up. Would you guys give them a nice warm round of applause? Because without them, none of this would be here. And you, sir, I've been to a lot of Inman reboots. I have never seen anything like that. You just made my day. That was classic. I'm just proud to have been here with all you folks to witness that. So we're going to talk about widgets. A lot of you guys know what widgets are already. Some of you may not. Some of you, I'm going to just run a little test here. I wanted to do a poll, but I didn't get it in time. How many of you think it is a device that goes in ahead of a beer to measure the head of the beer? It's a widget. Any true? False? Can we do a poll on that, guys, or is it too late for that? Okay, how many of you think it's a fictitious character, like a Marvel comic character? Just raise your hand. Widget, gadget, go, widget, arm. Anybody? How many of you think it's something that you place on a website or a blog that people can interact with and get value out of your site? Okay, if you said true to all three, you were correct. A widget is all three. So we're going to talk today just real quickly. I got about 15 minutes to share about 3.5 years worth of knowledge. So I'm going to talk rather fast, and I want you to write rather fast. The widgets on the sidebar of this site called SF Bay Area Blog. This is a training site I put together for you folks where you can go and interact and play with widgets. It is a completely widgetized site. I don't blog there. I don't put content there. It runs itself with widgets. It's SF Bay Area Blog. We're going to talk about some of the widgets on there. I believe there's 4 areas I'm going to tell you the top 5 that I have found in traveling and researching on the internet for widgetizing a site. There's content. Content cultivates traffic. It takes content to cultivate traffic to capture those contacts, or leads as you call them, to convert them to clients. So keep that in mind as you're learning a lot of these tools. There's social media widgets. There's contact capture widgets, which I'm going to share with you today, and then some of my favorite real estate widgets. The first one I want you to write down is for Twitter. You don't have to be a Twitterer. You don't have to even know what Twitterville is, or a tweeter, or whatever you want to call it. But you can add this little widget for local news to your sidebar of your blog or website. It's really cool. You can type in a tag word like San Francisco, and it'll pull up everything that's ever been tweeted about San Francisco. Be careful when you do that, because if you don't like what's being said, you don't want that showing up on your widget. Cool Iris. This is for you video lovers. You heard Darren talk about video. Many of you have seen YouTube and how it produces a player with a single video. Cool Iris lets you pull multiple videos from a single player. So now you can take your entire community collection, put that on your website or blog with cooliris.com. How many of you heard of Walk Score? Our company thought the Walk Score was so good, they not only put it on the 4 million listings on our site, they put it on all 103 million homes on Zillow. Walk Score, you type in your address, and it gives you a walk score of that property and everything surrounding it. Weather.com, I know this sounds funny, but I travel a lot. I come to a lot of these Inman reboots, and the first site I go to is weather.com, so I know how to dress appropriately. Weather.com is a simple widget. I recommend putting it on your site, because how many people are truly coming to move to your area from another state? Does anybody get out-of-country leads? Out of state, out of county? Is weather important to them, you think? Another favorite. If you are getting people contacting you or reading your content, your blogs, your websites from out of the country, there's a good chance a lot of them might not speak English. I have 140,000 people that have hit my site from other countries. So if you go to google.com/translate tools, this will convert your entire site into over 50 different languages. Very powerful tools. Social media. Facebook. If you have a business page, a fan page, a profile page on Facebook, you should be promoting that on your sites. Go to facebook.com/badges. Great site for pulling a lot of that information over and letting people interact and become fans and friends of yours on your social media side. for helping your content go viral. Seriously, by show of hands, how many of you have a blog right now, are blogging? Okay, and then the next show of hands of you bloggers, how many of you are on WordPress? Good, excellent. Because normally Nick does a thing on WordPress, and I'm going to tie into that in a second. If you want your stuff to go viral, share this is one of the great ones. I think Mike Mueller, sitting back there in the corner, was the one who told me about that. And it's great to see all my friends here. This is my hometown, so it's good to be here and see so many familiar and friendly faces. Share this just allows people to share your content on whatever platform or environment they feel is their best audience. Another one is RSS Mix. Coming from 25 years in the title business, I was with First American, and we always were asked to help support your business, whether it was through providing support, training, sponsorship, events like this. So one thing I've learned is you guys should use something like RSS Mix to get your lender, your title company, your appraiser, your home warranty, your stager, your virtual assistant, and take their content that they're creating, because they all have great stuff, and use RSS Mix to have one single widget on your site that has all this great content for your clients. It's a really cool tool, and you should be using your affiliations and relationships that way. You don't have to, but it's a great opportunity. Another one, Friend Feed. I use this just because it takes all of my social media and puts it into one widget. If I have you following me on Twitter, he watches my YouTube videos, and she's following me and my friend on Facebook, and these three are following my blog, everybody gets what I'm doing on my Friend Feed. Friend Feed just allows me to create one widget with everything I'm doing on the web, and you can follow me there. And people will follow you. They'll actually find out, oh, you're on Twitter too, and then they'll end up friending you on Facebook and Twitter and finding your website and your most current content. Another great site is FeedBurner. Let people subscribe to you, because if you write great content, and many of you do, I can name 10 people I can almost see, if the lights weren't so bright right now, that have phenomenal content. But the problem is, guys, I will never come to your blog every morning, every day to see if you've written something new. So I will subscribe to you via email. I want your content coming to me two ways, either in my email inbox or in my Google Reader, my source, like a newspaper. I don't get the paper anymore. I have an RSS feed, and I get email. FeedBurner or FeedBlitz, they're both the same, allow people to come to your site and subscribe to your content via email. You write an article, they get an email. They're not out looking and going to websites and blogs all day long. It's a great tool. Everybody should have this. Contact widgets. How many of you, and this is really important, how many of you believe that you should just let people browse your site, look at your web content, search your listings, and never be asked to leave their information? Seriously, because there's a really mixed poll on this. Do you think you should ask for people's information on the web? You do? Good, because I was going to bypass this entire slide if you didn't think so. I think everything you guys do on the web and all these tools you use, seriously, is for one thing. It's to get face-to-face, toe-to-toe, mano-a-mano with your client. If you're putting out great blog content, if you have great listings, you're putting out wonderful information on the internet, and you have no way to get to the digital handshake, then I think you're missing a huge part. And my question to you would be, why are you doing it? So I'm going to give you some contact widgets that are great. You can put this widget on the sidebar. If somebody wants to call you, it's called Google Voice. I know a lot of you have Google Voice already. This also will send you an email if you don't answer the phone. You can also direct every phone number in your life to a single number. So all my home phone, my business phone, my cell phone are all going to my Google Voice number today. It's a great capture tool. This is a new one. This is text messaging. How many of you have kids? We talk about text messaging. I could email them right now and tell them there's a guy here talking about his Harley Davidson tattoo. None of them would reply to me in a single email. But if I sent my kids a text message saying, there's a guy here talking about his email tattoo, giving a little bit, or his Harley tattoo, giving a little too much information, they'd be, Dad, shoot us a picture. Yeah. I say, I'll give you Sherry Chris's information. Sorry, Sherry, I love you. You know that. So RE Tech Blog, I'm going to give you a new site for that. That's actually been changed. It's ourkwpartners.com/widget. And you don't have to be a KW partner to get that one, the text widget. It's our, O-U-R, KW, partners.com/widget. And you'll see that little black widget up there. People can put in the number, their text message, it'll go right to your phone. So I'm just trying to provide different ways people will want to contact you, because some people want to talk to you, some people want to email you, some people want to text you, some people want to tweet you, some people want to Facebook you. Give them all the options. Jackster is a free calling. They can call you for free using jackster.com. Add the widget to your site, your phone rings, they're talking to you, it doesn't cost them anything, doesn't cost you anything. Another one of my favorites is the new widget that we've just produced. It's a free contact form. So you can take this contact form that we offer you from Zillow, and you can place it on any website, any blog, any place that allows embedding code. We'll talk about that in a second. And you can place it on your site, and people can go directly to you through this contact widget. And then the last one is Zopum. I think the statistic, and I'm not sure if Chris talked about this, is that the average agent is now on their computer over 2.5 hours per day. Anybody spend less than 2 hours a day on your computer? So if you're on your computer and you have a website or a blog or a place where people are looking for you, add zopum.com, because if you're sitting there anyway, let people chat with you. I run a site called zillowacademy.com. It's where we do this all day, every day. All we do is teaching and training. How to get 1 million views on YouTube, how to use Facebook for real estate, how to use Twitter. And I have this Zopum on there, and I'll tell you, it's wonderful because people can be on the site. And I'll tell you the best part about it is when they come to your page or your website, you hear that little ding, like the old hotel when you walk in, there's nobody at the desk, and go ding, and the person would come out. Well, every time someone comes to your site, you'll hear ding, and you can go look. It not only tells you where they're physically located, it gives you their IP address. It tells you what page they're looking at. It tells you what page they came in on, what page they left on. Now, be careful when you go and start chatting with somebody who's browsing around on your site, because you can scare the bejesus out of them, and they'll leave, because nobody wants to think that you're lurking over them while they're lurking on your site. Be careful. But it's a great site. I mean, seriously, check it out. I think you'll want to have that. Some of my favorite real estate tools, of course, I happen to work for the company, but these are truly some of my favorites. I love the most expensive widget. I believe in showing people what they can't have so that they'll come back down to earth and realize what they can have using maybe a mortgage calculator widget. I provide, again, all of these are on my SF Bay Area blog, so you guys can interact with these and see how they work. These are all free. They cost nothing. Market Trends is another one of my favorites, recently sold. But here's my absolute favorite. For those of you who are familiar with Yelp and the different ratings and review sites out there, Zillow is now doing ratings and reviews, and you can take those ratings and reviews that you get from your clients, and they don't have to come to Zillow to see them. They can now go to any website, any blog, any place you want to place them, and have these widgets out there for people to see these testimonials. Really quickly, I'm going to show you how to install these, and I'm going to go quick. For you WordPress people, this will be easy. For you non-WordPress people, just take a note how simple it really is. Every widget has an embed code. Every widget has some code, just like YouTube videos. You got to copy the code, and here's the secret. It's a cute little secret. You got to copy that code, and you got to paste it. So here's what you do. You copy the code, you go to your WordPress blog, you log in, you click on the dashboard. Over on the left-hand side, you're going to see widgets right under the Appearance tab. When you click on that, it's going to offer you all of these little things. I know this is a little technical, but you'll be all right. Just breathe. You grab that little text, you hold your mouse down on it, and you just drag it over to the sidebar or the top or the bottom of the page, wherever you want the widget. You paste that code in there, give it a title, and hit save. And now you've got yourself a nice little widget on the sidebar of your blog. It's really that easy. Guys, if you have any, what's that? Do that again? I got 1 minute, and you know what? I am the only thing standing between you and lunch, so I'm not going to do that again. But you can come see us in the booth. I will walk you through it. It's real simple. So with that, guys, I want to say thank you. Stay healthy. Try to be wealthy. And most of all, most important, be happy. You guys are great. Thanks so much.